I'd like to welcome everybody today. Thank you so much. This year has really been one that I never expected to happen. You always think your parents are going to live forever. My sister has written a few words that I'd like to read for you now. So I'll just start with that. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the family, I want to thank each of you for being here today to honor and celebrate Dad's life. Your presence, your love, and your support mean more than words can ever express. Trying to find the right words to describe my dad feels impossible, because how do you capture the heart of someone who meant so much? To me, he wasn't just my father. He was my protector, my teacher, supporter, and one of my best friends. Me too. Dad had an incredible way of making everyone around him feel safe and cared for, whether you were family, a friend, or a stranger. He loved deeply and without reservation. He had a way of making you feel seen, valued, and understood. He taught us to be kind, to forgive quickly, and to never take life or each other for granted. I have so many memories of him that I would carry forever. Those little moments remind me that his love wasn't just spoken, it was shown through his actions, big and small, every single day. Dad, thank you for everything, for your love, for your guidance, your strength, your laughter. We will miss you more than words can ever say, but we promise to keep your spirit alive in the way we live our lives. So thank you, Colleen. I wanted to tell something that I'm not sure everybody knew. Raise your hands if you knew that my dad was born with a condition called clubfoot. Almost everybody. Okay. So poor guy's deformity where your feet are born not in their correct front-facing position. Instead, they're askew and it requires surgery. And this is back in 1942. So it wasn't the same state-of-the-art surgery that's available today. So he ended up with the first 6 years of his life spending half of that in the hospital, getting his legs stretched to grow. So from the onset, my dad was faced with obstacles that most people aren't. I hope I can get through this. The point that I wanted to share with you all is how tough he is and how, sorry, you're my mind. Imagine being a little kid in 1942 with when America honestly was not so great and there was racism prevalent. We got made fun of for having a disability, and my dad had to wear these on his feet for the first 6 years of his life. So to say he was ridiculed was understatement, and boy was he tough. He ended up growing to be like 5'5.5". He was told he couldn't play sports. He couldn't enlist in the army. So his brother went in and then was shot and killed in the Navy. His mother died when I was in high school. The guy was just had one thing thrown at him after another. And yet, he was the happiest guy you could see. Always smiling. Taught me, I don't know how much I learned, but he was always teaching me to be tough. Sometimes I feel so wimpy, yes, my life. Get a little cold and run out. And run my dad on his last days in the hospital. I've never seen him so lucky. They say the worst way to go is to struggle with breathing if he has pneumonia. I just go, Dad, how you doing? It's terrible. That was it. Didn't complain. Just said it like it was. I realized how strong he was. That guy, man. All those obstacles his whole life. What a hero. He was a hero to me. He had 10 more years to go. I want to be a lot more composed than this. I can't share enough how much he meant to me and my sister and my daughters, every grandchild that he has. The last year I found out I had a new child, a 4th daughter, and he and my mother got to meet Caitlin, and that would welcome them kids with Jessica, Sarah, Julia, Cody, Kyler, Addie, and their wives, Carmen,
future wife. You know, what a wonderful family my dad grew and had and loved. And I'm just thankful you're all here to share it with him. So we get to share a little bit about him with you. I gotta thank my wife for putting together this table of amazing memories of my father. He donated his time and expense to the Star Shrine to make children smile in parades and circuses. He always loved his brother. And I was such a hellacious son for him to have to raise him too. Man, I was a little bastard going out west when you were drinking. In high school, I took after him, I learned. So I guess I gave him a dose of what he gave to Mamie Hare and Ruth Neal. He had two mothers to be raised by. In case you didn't know it, he lived in Tennessee until he was around 9 years old. Picked up smoking cigarettes at 9 years old down there in Crossville, Tennessee. That was 1951 back then. And he grew up, he was a slicker too, one of those greasers in high school, he said, which I couldn't imagine. That's the coolest thing in the world about him. So, a little guy with just a mighty, mighty amount of energy and love for this world. And I'm glad about that. Thank you all.